Good morning, welcome back friends, family, apes, fellow investors. Welcome to the HODL Gang live stream. Thank you guys so much for being here, coming in, checking out the video. Really appreciate it. If anybody hasn't already subbed or anything, it'd be really awesome if you guys are willing to do that. If you guys end up liking what you see, maybe even dropping a like would be super helpful. This is a new community, new stream, new YouTube channel that just got started, so any help to get it off the ground is very appreciated. So thank you. Anyways, we are now just about 1 minute until market opens at 9:30 a.m. Very excited. There's been so much going on already this week. Yesterday we had just one of the craziest days we've had since COVID. Huge market sell-off because the Japanese carry trade and some other things going on. So that was really interesting to see. We actually just hit 9:30 now. I actually got a couple live trades to make here on my other account here really quick once things are updated. But GME's looking good today. We did go up in after hours a little bit, currently trading at $20.95. Looks like AMC didn't really move too much overnight, but we do got a little bit of a pop right off the bat here at $5.05. So that is super awesome. Definitely what you want to see. But yeah, so I apologize. Oh, good morning. Oh, thank you so much for coming in, Majanon. I'm really happy to see you. Let me go ahead and answer your question right away then. I apologize I didn't answer sooner. I saw it really late, and then I've been running around all morning just trying to get ready in time. I had to take care of a bunch of emails and things last second when I woke up really late. Like, I slept in later today than I usually ever sleep in. Just really tired. Oh, look at this. It's perfect. TZ YOLO, Les Surgeons! Good morning, my friends. Good morning. Thank you guys so much for coming in already. You guys are amazing. I wanted to go ahead and show really quick before I really get into anything. I also have to make some couple trades here soon. I'm going to wait till GME goes back up. But I really wanted to show... I talked about a YouTuber that I really like, who I learned a lot off of. Recently. He's just a very knowledgeable guy. He has a really good YouTube video. He has a really good YouTube live stream. He does it during the same hours usually, but he actually does a little bit less hours than I do typically because he'll take breaks. He has a family and things. But all I could really ask though, I think you guys will like him. He's a nice guy. He's very knowledgeable. But if you guys could, please don't leave me for him permanently. He's better looking. He's smarter. I don't know what I'm going to do. But no, anyways, let me go ahead and put him on here really quick. I don't think he'd care if I show his live stream. He's a really nice guy. He knows me, by the way, on the name of the back. So if you guys ever go over there and you guys are like, hey, I found you through so-and-so, it's a Roby that he knows me through. He doesn't know me through HODL Gang. So here he is. I'm going to go ahead and pause this really quick. This is him here. He's a really nice game. He's a really nice guy. His live stream is called Money Making Market. Yeah, he's just a really knowledgeable guy. Pretty reliable, very chill. That's what I like about him. I never had any drama issues over there, anything like that. He just focuses on the stock market, and that's the way I like it. So it's awesome. If you guys ever want to check him out, Money Making Market, super nice guy. Tell him I sent you though, if you ever do go over there. I don't know if you'd actually know or not. I think he would. I've been over there enough times. I was just over there like last week or something. So hopefully he would at least know. He'd be like, oh, Roby, cool. So yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. We did actually push up in aftermarket yesterday, just a little bit, which is nice. Nice to see that we actually got a little bit of upwards momentum in aftermarket where we usually don't. Then we had a gap up right at 4 a.m. today, up to 2140. Pre-market high of 2179, so that's really awesome. It's nice to see this upward momentum in GME. I have to close out a couple trades and open up some things, chat, so I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to be a little distracted here for a second. I got a lot of trades I have to close out, and then I think I'm going to rotate into Siri. I keep seeing stuff about Siri. I'm a little uncomfortable. I could afford to get rid of some things and move into Siri, so I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to sell my Lucid for starters. I was a little disappointed by Lucid earnings last night. I felt like it was overhyped, and it didn't really live up to what I was expecting based on comments that were made, so I'm just going to get out of Lucid. I don't really expect a whole lot from Lucid here too soon. The stock did seem to do kind of okay, but frankly, I would rather get into Siri if Roaring Katie is possibly going to be picking it up. So I'm just going to do that. So just kind of bear with me here. I apologize. It's going to take me, I have a number of things to close out over here, and then I will continue to get into more of what's going on. Let's take a look while I'm trying to do this, though. AMC did try pushing up and then down, currently trading right at $5. I do think that we are going to get some upward momentum out of AMC today, just maybe even just a little bit, but I don't think that we have to worry about really going down, at least, so that's good. So yeah, just kind of bear with me here still. I apologize, I'm just trying to get through this. There's just so much stuff, and I can only do it when I'm live because it's options. So it sucks that, like, I'm trying to be here, but I really just kind of have to take care of it, like, as soon as the market's open. So I apologize. SPY is kind of coming down a little bit. SPY did try pushing up. I'm not too sure just yet what I can expect out of SPY. If I was basing it off, you know, my Discord predictions and the PCC in the market and everything, I do think that today is going to be kind of a positive day for SPY and like the rest of the stock market. The number of puts in the market is pretty high. So I feel like they're going to want to try fooling people into thinking that it is going to go up, try getting people to close their puts put down and open up some calls. And then I think probably a Friday, or not Friday, I'm sorry, Wednesday or so, it'll probably continue to the downside a little bit. So hopefully I'm a little wrong. Oh, well, actually, I don't want to be wrong. I want to be right. I want to see SPY go all the way down. So we'll see what happens there. My Robinhood's acting weird now. I can't really access anything. Come on, Robinhood. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm almost done with this. Just gonna bear with me another minute here. I apologize. To the moon! GME not stopping. Except for this small breather. But right after this part, we're not stopping. All right, let me see if I can keep working on this. It shouldn't be too much longer. But yeah, I heard somebody say that, like, you know, I couldn't find the post after I read it once, and I wanted to go back and reread it again. I didn't try too hard to find it again, but it was something along the lines of that the options chain for Siri looks very similar to DFE. In terms of large blocks, and then we are in the dog days of summer, which is in some relation to Siri and Sirius Star. So I don't know, I just thought I'd take that shot. I'm not really loving what I'm seeing here though. What can I get rid of? Bear with me, chat. I apologize. It should probably just take me like another 5 minutes or so. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys, got lots of rest. I wasn't able to really find much going on like Reddit or anything over the last day. I really thought that we'd hear something out of Ryan Cohen or Roaring Kitty by now, but we haven't heard that, unfortunately. So that is a bummer for sure. Nice. Cool. I got 7 options contract for series so far, and I'm gonna work on getting a couple more here soon. Just bear with me a little bit longer, I apologize. Oh, good lord. All right, let's see. What else can I do here? Damn. Yeah, we really need a good run up from GME. We have waited long enough. I'm ready for it. let's go take a look around then. Let's go see how things are looking off the bat here. GME is coming down a little bit from market open, currently trading at $20.88, which unfortunately... Well, it is actually a little higher than where we closed last week. A little higher, so that's good. That's good. We are still a little higher from where we were. I do see us going up. I don't really expect us to stay around this portion for too long. I am pretty bullish for GME today. AMC, I'm more nervous about. AMC had trouble moving on Friday. Oh, God, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. Had trouble moving yesterday, and I don't know. I kind of expect that it's still going to be held down. It seems like they're back to their old tricks where they're trying harder to keep AMC down than they are GME. SPY is really kind of weird right off the bat here. Not too much volatility. It does look like the 5 minutes is about to curl up, though, to green territory, so we might see something out of SPY here soon. Again, I do think that we will. Let's take a look around, though. I am going to start keeping a closer eye on Siri, though. Siri's price action has just been really curious to me. You can see that we had a gap up here in pre-market. And, you know, even though it does look like they've been trying to push it down, we just keep having this rally to the upside. So I'm just gonna take that gamble and hope that Roaring Kitty comes through on that one. So yeah, I apologize. I'm just trying to make some last minute adjustments here, and then I won't be any more distracted with this. I think that's all I'm actually going to pick up for now is just the 7 contracts, and then just kind of see how I feel in a little while. I was looking at some stuff though, I'm sure I already know that, a lot of you guys looked at the same stuff, and I'm starting to become more bullish for August 30th. Well, I mean, if nothing happens by then, it does sound like if we don't have something by then, it almost feels like that's the date that Roaring Kitty has committed to coming back and just doing it himself. So hopefully we get that. Hopefully we get something before then, but it's nice to know that's a little bit of a fallback plan if things don't happen. Still feel like we should be really close to AMC giving us something, but it really just isn't looking like it right now. The daily MACD actually went the wrong direction as well, strengthened to the downside, unfortunately, despite our positive price action for the most part yesterday. Oof. Yeah, GME is struggling right off the bat. Now $20.59. Definitely getting pushed down and definitely back to where we were yesterday a little bit. Pretty much at the end of yesterday. Still bullish though. I might just be retesting these lows since all of that we just lost was pre-market stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and take a look really quick here and see how we're looking here for the day. 3.4 million short shares available for AMC. 2.84 is the cost to borrow. Haven't really seen too much activity there, unfortunately. GME on the other side has 3 million. They went down 700,000 a couple hours ago. Currently at 0.43 cost to borrow, so... I could have sworn I saw a post earlier today saying that we are a lot higher in percentage float here. Maybe I'm wrong. Could have sworn I saw. I mean, I know we are, but just in terms of what's reported, I thought that was actually really higher. Hold the line. Looks like crypto's doing much better now. Crypto back on the rise. Every single crypto is doing better. There isn't a single red crypto that I can see besides, well, maybe this one. Sucks for Fast Token. But awesome. Yeah, so I apologize I was a little later than I wanted to be today. I was still here for market open, but I was really just very tired still. Running myself ragged. Lucid Motors did not make me proud. I really thought we were going to get more out of Lucid Motors. They did announce some good news where they got like $1.5 billion worth of funding from, I think, Saudi Arabia, but they're still losing a lot of money per card that they deliver, and that is just not a great sign to me, so I am getting out of Lucid. I don't have a lot of faith in that anymore. Sucky. Not good. Still trying to just kind of move things around on the side here. I apologize again. Gonna be kind of bouncing back as time goes by, I think. Koss is still looking the worst of the Fantastic Four. Soon to be the Fantastic Five if Siri does end up popping off. Dog Days of Summer, I believe, ends on the 9th. So theoretically, if something were to happen with Siri, it'd be right around then or after. Spy did end up breaking to the downside after that bit of consolidation that we had at the open. Currently at 518.56. SQQQ is pushing to the upside nicely, currently at 1085. That does mean the QQQ is going down. Not looking good so far. That's actually a pretty quick decline too. Might as well go take a look at the Dow Jones really quick. Should also be dropping pretty quickly. Just kidding, totally wasn't. What was the last one? IWM? Did we look at that IWM? And IWM, I think that people are starting to doubt rate cuts this month. I feel like IWM running yesterday was the result of people thinking that we were going to get an emergency meeting and get rate cuts. Does not seem like that's going to happen to me. I don't know what I said yesterday, but the more that I've thought about it, I don't think that we're going to get rate cuts until next month. And then even then, I'm a little worried that we're not going to get rate cuts next month either. And I'll tell you why. So we have the election really close, and even just off what happened yesterday, we already have Donald Trump going, oh, Kamala in the stock market, oh, look at this terrible management that we have. She doesn't know how to run the country, stock market's crashing. So, like, that's an immediate, easy vulnerability for Kamala Harris, and it's kind of easy for them to not let the stock market super crash, in that, like, not dropping rates, because if they do drop rates, it's going to drop the stock market massively. The carry trade that we just saw the start of yesterday, that's going to exacerbate that problem. And yeah, I think that they're going to be in worse trouble over there, which will inherently crash our stock market more, and then rate cuts in general is going to bring our market down as well. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous that they're not going to put them through. I feel like they're going to find a reason to be like, no, just kidding. We can't put through rate cuts through yet. So I hope that doesn't end up happening, but definitely keeping my eye out. And again, I just don't think it's going to happen this month then because of that. Lucid Motors dropping to the downside. Apple down to 201. I was saying yesterday that I really didn't think that Apple was going to hold up to these levels, 213.47. And it's now at 201. So unfortunate for that, unfortunate for Apple. Hopefully nobody was holding that. Kind of seems like the market's not doing too hot right now, right off the bat. Oh man, SPWR down to 51 cents. Hit a low of 33 cents right off the bat. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Halfway tempted to buy into that because we have been holding around 81 pretty well. And I feel like we're going to go back up, but I'm not gonna. Super tempting though. All right, let me see what else I can do here really quick. I think that I want to... Damn. Oh, AMC up to 506 though. All right, Amy. There we go. There's a nice little push up. 509 now for Amy. All right, let's go. 510 about to be new intraday highs. I like what I'm seeing right now. 511. Let's go. Nice rate of climbing right now. I hope this sustains. Can you just imagine we just the whole day just go this rate all the way up? I mean, faster than this. We were going faster a moment ago. If you were holding Lucid, at what price would you sell? How high do you think it will go? See, that's the thing. Off the news, I thought the news was gonna be a lot better. So like I was predicting in my head, off good news, like $5, $6, $7. But the news that we got's like weird news, where it's like, okay, we could look forward to the future because now we got this funding to like expand and like keep operations going, but the cost for us to deliver vehicles is absurd. You know, I don't really know if it's true. I didn't look into it too hard, but what I was reading is that they're losing like $100,000 for each car they deliver or something. I don't know how true that is, but it just doesn't sound very good. So based off that information, I mean, let's go look at Lucid again. Let's see what it's doing right off the bat really quick. I don't want to say like bad things because I do feel like they've been trying to suppress this stock, and I feel like they're doing that because they want to buy in at some point. So this could see a run to the upside, but it's so hard to say. I mean, I'd say $4 is probably a very safe bet. $4.50 feels also very safe. Above that, you know, $5.50. I don't really expect it much more than that, though. I think that $4.50 is already pretty generous. But again, you know, it's very suppressed. If they buy in, we might see something substantial. But you know, I didn't hear it from the horse's mouth about, you know, the numbers and things. I'm just reading like random stuff that I came across so I could process things quickly. But I just wasn't impressed. The market looks like it was kind of good though. You know, the market was like, okay, kind of happy, and then it looked like we heard Lucid, and then we weren't happy, but then it looked like they were happy again. So it feels like the potential's there, but they have to let it go, and that's really the thing. This has been pretty much equally as suppressed as AMC GME, if not maybe even a little more. 514 for AMC. Let's go to the moon. Yeah, no, absolutely. I hope that was helpful. It just, yeah, it sounds really hard to judge right now with how much they're trying to keep it down. Diamond hands. Just keep hodling, my friends. These are going to be worth something eventually. This is great, though. I am loving this bar right now. I'm going to have to take another look here at the fractal for AMC, because I don't want to give up on the AMC just yet. I mean, on the AMC fractal just yet, is what I meant to say there. Let me just go take a look at... Oh, gosh darn it. I always forget where I put them. Ah, there it is. Great, 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 great. It's kind of hard to tell here without being able to zoom in. Those are daily candles a piece. That's what makes it like really hard to gauge how long it's supposed to take us, because these are daily candles and we're moving faster now. But I'm just trying to compare what we just saw compared to the price action that we see now. And if I, you know, if I was just to say that we are definitely following this, I'd say we're on this first green candle. That's what it looks like right now. So hopefully it's true. It definitely isn't rolled out yet. It definitely looks like we could be on that first green candle, so I'll just wait and see. Alright, I'm glad I saw that too. I'm glad AMC started popping off. I was halfway tempted to sell a little bit of AMC to get a little bit more Siri. I'm gonna wait for now. What can I do? What can I do? They did get back to me about my money, by the way. Apparently, it was just like the goofiest error, so hopefully I'll be getting more money into my account here soon. Can pick up a little bit more. But that remains to be seen. I'm not seeing any activity yet, so fantastic. Let's take a look into GME again really quick. I think GME is suffering this morning. Down to 2026. What are you doing, Jimmy? What was this purple bar doing here? I'm just going to delete it. I don't remember what I had that there for. Probably don't need these anymore either. Let's go, Jimmy. I want to see another day with the strength we had yesterday. Looks like Amy has Jimmy's strength right off the bat today. Hopefully that sustains, though. I really don't want to see them knock this down. It's already actually curling back down in the 1 minute so far, so we're going to see what that ends up doing. It does look like it's going to continue, though, here very soon. I did see that Richard Newton did release a new video. I don't know if you guys wanted to try watching that at some point. Yeah. So keep taking a look around here for a moment here. Let me double check on Chewy. Chewy got pushed down right off the bat, but pushing back up. Chewy's still looking the strongest of all of them. They were saying yesterday that, they thought that yesterday was the day that Roaring Kitty's shares should have been taken care of for Chewy or something. I didn't really necessarily see that, other than, Chewy was very strong yesterday. Lux H still struggling as well. Not good. I gotta keep an eye on the earnings for Lux H. I believe the earnings are in like 1 week for this. I might buy in before then. It's weird to like trust this market though. Like I don't want the market to sell off after I buy into something like that. Man, I can't believe SPWR is down 37% though. That's crazy. All right, well, let's take a look into Jimmy. Jimmy's pushing back up. Now we are back into positive territory from yesterday at least. That's good. Yeah. Currently at $20.80. Fantastic. I do think that we're going to break 21 cleanly today. Let's see here. Probably... I don't know. I could see us making a good run for 22. Maybe falling a little short. I'm not sure yet. It's going to... I'll just wait and see how price action looks for now. It really just doesn't look like Jimmy's going to be too strong right now. So I'm waiting to see if he gets a little more oomph. Squeeze is inevitable. We're going to the moon, baby. It is just a matter of time. It's looking really good so far. It really is. I'm very excited about it. Let's go, Amy. Yeah, push that back up. Currently 512 for Amy. I would really like to at least return to the 520 area that we were before. That would make me feel a lot better. If this fractal ends up playing out, though, it's really gonna, like, mess with what I think I know about the market. Like... if we end up going to the moon and it matches the fractal, does that mean that if we would have bought nothing, we would still have gone to the moon? It's very confusing. I think I heard Roblox had their earnings yesterday. Could have sworn I just saw that a moment ago. And from the looks of things, didn't go too well. Didn't go too hot at all. Yeah, Roblox was trading around 39. Now we're down to 36. Wasn't as bad as projections were. They were projected to lose 20%. That's not quite as bad. DJT is another one of those that's suffering. It was up to 28 in pre-market, but currently down to 26.72. I wonder what Sava's doing this morning. Sava's coming down as well, down to 33.68. Sava's supposed to be one of those big short squeeze stocks, and, you know, looking at yesterday, it really did look like they got squeezed a bit. But I don't really know what to expect. I haven't done a lot of research on Sava here. Take a look into a couple of the other ones that were doing really good yesterday, like AMD. AMD was doing really good, hit 140 in the pre-market, currently trading at 132 with an intraday low of 129. What about Tesla? Tesla did end up coming down, intraday low of 192.67. You know, another thing about Tesla too is that I heard that even though the vote got approved, they're still fighting to give Elon his money, and Elon's still like trying to get that through the court system or something. And so we haven't even fully factored in the like $58 billion that's supposed to come out of this stock, I would think. So I feel like if that gets approved, this stock should expect a decent decline, because it's the shareholders that's paying him. Come on, Amy. Come on, Amy. New intraday highs. Let's go. Damn, man. Really need see some good price action. Tired of this. I'm ready. It is the 6th. We got 2 more days till 8/8. I am still very bullish and excited to see if we get something on 8/8. OPEX tailwind has been predicted for 2 months. And I would love for us to get an OPEX tailwind in 2 days. That would be amazing. And I think it'll be a substantial one, since it should be from June. So that's probably the #1 thing that I'm holding for. In fact, I might even just wait to sell. Maybe I'll wait till like the end of day Thursday before I make any decisions. I feel like that's the way to go, because otherwise I'd be selling AMC and GME, which are like the main things that are set to pop off on Thursday. So I guess I'll wait. I don't really want to sell any of my AME or GME. Maybe I can still get like one... Hold on 1 second. Maybe I can be goofy and get like the goofiest options ever. Let me just try being goofy for a second. How does that math work? Oh, wait, okay. 5? That's not what I want. This math ain't mathing. It's definitely not correct. So if that's 10, this should be 1. And you really cannot trust the prices on Robinhood. I can't stress that enough. Do not trust the prices for options if anybody ever tries buying them on Robinhood. I feel like it's like that way across a lot of platforms, but man, is it sketchy. Just trying to see if I can pick these up really quick. Yeah, that doesn't want to work for me. Maybe one more try. Nope. Nope. Doesn't want to do it for me. One last try. Okay. Alright, cool. I just remembered actually I have a little bit more Lucid on another account I gotta go sell. Well, let's go take a look into Amy. Jimmy's really not showing us a lot of steam today, so... I hate two-factor authentication. Like, it does make me feel very safe, but it's so annoying having to do it every time I log in. I don't know why it has such a problem remembering my computer. GameStop to the moon! We are winning, though. We are winning. I'm a firm believer in that. They are getting wore down. They're running out of tricks. Their back is against the wall. It is just a matter of time. Hold the line. Alright, well, we'll just leave that. What is Lucid Motors doing at the moment? Nothing. God, this is such a suppressed stock. Like, it's because the volume's so low that they have such an easy job trying to keep this one suppressed. It's not even an effort. Come on, Amy, you're our only hope today, it looks like. I think Jimmy's gonna come to life eventually, but right now Jimmy's sleeping. Alright, let's go take a look around a little bit more then, I guess. See what we got going on. Lumen up 55% today. SCPX up 27%. Heard Palantir had awesome earnings. I heard Palantir had really awesome earnings. I don't know for sure, I didn't confirm it myself, but I think the thing that I saw suggested that their earnings were like 5 times what they were projected to have or something. I did not look into that, but if that's true, Palantir should be rocketing. Palantir before earnings was like 28 bucks. So I think it's just a matter of time. They try really, really, really hard to short Palantir as well. It's really annoying. I had some Palantir a little bit ago, but it was moving so slow because they're just constantly dumping on it. They want people to not believe it's going up. Raw Cannabis up 6% today. It was saying that it does seem like Raw Cannabis has something coming, and the way that the stock is acting, I don't know if somebody else knows something or not, but you know, we do have weed laws that are set to be changed. Maybe people are just getting ready for it. Maybe it's closer than I think it is. But the stock is really showing a lot of life. Canopy Growth is in the same boat as Roar Cannabis. Another really good choice. Lucid Motors actually up 3% despite getting smacked down. God, it's still getting smacked. I'm not even gonna look and see if that's shorting. I just know it is. I don't question it for a second. I can see the path in my head. Aqua Metals. Oh man, I used to love that stock. This stock made me so much money in the past. Now it's only trading at 17, 19 cents. Crazy. NCPL dying even more as well. Really not good. Space just recently had a stock split and now they're getting pushed down again. I cannot wait till we punish these short sellers, dude. It's too much. It's too much. It's too excessive. They're pushing these stocks into the ground. It's ridiculous. Especially when you take like naked shorting to the facts. Like if they were paying money to do it, it's like, all right, it's annoying, but I understand. But naked shorting, these people need to be sent to Guantanamo. Man, I'm running so late today. I forgot. I'm just like still trying to make up time and do things. Forgot to post my my stream. So let me go do that quick now. And as a reminder too, I am going to start putting more effort into the stream, meaning I should be doing some YouTube shorts this week. I haven't decided if I'm going to do them during the week or on the weekend yet, just because I do get really tired at the end of my days. And I do try, when I do have the energy, I try going to my other stream. I want to do them during the week. I'm just gonna kind of pace myself and take that by ear, play that by ear for now, but they're coming. I'm verbally committing, and it will definitely happen here soon. Committing. Man, I have 7 people here this morning already. I didn't even post my stream yet. Thank you so much. Whoever's here, thank you so much for coming in. Please, consider dropping a like and a sub if you guys are willing. That'd be really helpful. That's cool. AMC pushing up, though. Currently 512, looking really nice and strong on the day. I think if we can break this level and keep going up, I could really see us pushing for about, I don't know, 525, 530 today. As long as they don't massively dump on it. It's really hard to say because of the short selling, but I don't think that we would have a problem returning to prior levels that we were easily trading within before. Let me just finish posting this, and then I'll go take a look around the market here again. Guess I don't need to post it on Discord, because on our Discord, because all the awesome people are here. Appreciate you. Just for giving the gift, man. Just for giving the gift. God blessed me with knowing the future, and he sent me here to provide that information for you. Goofy. All right. Let's go around a little bit more here. GameStop really struggling still. The MACD's been green for GameStop now for a while, and it still really hasn't been moving, just been consolidating sideways. Let's go look at the higher time frames, though. Does look like the 5-minute is going to be close to curling up. 10-minute and the 15-minute are decently red, though. Higher time frames really not looking good for GME right now. The higher time frames yesterday were looking good all day long. Today, almost all of them are going red. We did get the 4-hour to curl up yesterday, though. That's been green for a while now, so that's good. That'll work in our favor, but our daily is still not looking great. I don't want to say anything, 'cause if I do, I might say the wrong words. I appreciate the fact you feel that way, but I do really genuinely feel lucky to have you guys here. I know I say that a lot, but like, I feel like I amazingly lucked out with you three. You know, like, you guys are awesome, awesome people. It's not like, you know, yeah, you could have just been like, you're just a casual or, just passerby. But no, you guys are like really awesome and mega supportive and intelligent and helpful. It's amazing. I lucked out. It is my honor. Keep taking a look around here. Lucid Motors is just getting smacked into the ground. I think the day is coming that this is going to run to the upside. I just don't know when that is. I thought that they were going to let this run after earnings, that they were going to be like, okay, that earnings is out, we're going to let it run a little bit since that's what they were waiting for. I don't know what's going on with this one. Oh, yo, what up? What up, Mr. Wiser Man? Love you, sir. Great to see you today. Welcome back, my friend. Thank you so much again for coming in, Wiser. I cannot wait to play some No Man's Sky with you, dude. I'm going to make sure that happens. I'm going to go out of my way here soon, as soon as I can. I'm working on getting some money into my account. I had to, negotiate with them to get it into my account. And so whenever they actually move that, I'll make sure that I save a little bit and won't put it all into the stock market so I can get No Man's Sky. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hope you've still been having a great time with the game. Hopefully you don't get bored before I hop on. I'm gonna get it downloaded. You're gonna be like, I'm burnt out. Alright, let's go take a look, though. I really want to keep a close eye on SPY and things today. I usually like to, but just to get a good idea of what's going on in the market. We did actually end up pushing back up. We were coming down the last time I looked. Big push up since then, about a $6 gain. There is still a lot of puts in the market. They haven't really been able to shake a lot of people out of their positions. But it has been coming down. 1.02 is now where we're at. We started the day at 1.16, so there is more calls flooding into the market, which is really bad, you know, for the overall market in general, I think, because I do think that they're just trying to shake people out of their puts before the stock market goes lower. I do think that margin calls and things could be happening in Japan still for some of them. And so we might end up seeing more to the downside here soon. But the Nikkei, the Japanese stock market, I believe, did recover a bit. So I'm not sure if we're still going to see much. At least for now. I think it's just a matter of time. If the yen continues to strengthen, we'll continue to get more and more of what we already had. And then if the dollar changes, it'll affect things as well. Yeah, oh man, the Nikkei is doing really good today. Everything up green, and decently green too. Don't know where they suddenly got all this money from. It's a little concerning. Might as well go look at our own heat map though while we're here. Most of our market is very green today. I mean, given we did have a big down day, so it kind of checks out. But there's so few that's actually down. Just a bunch of the heavy hitters, mostly Google, Apple, AMD's down. Exxon Mobil, Tesla. Outside of that, it's kind of hard to find things that are down. Like Dell's down, but the majority of the market's doing really good today. Keep taking a peek on AMC though. I think it's just a matter of time till we push up a little bit higher for AME. I gotta find somebody who can make me YouTube intros and things at some point. I got this great idea for intro design based off one of my favorite YouTubers, LOL. I'm so tempted to do that. I'm so tempted. It'll just be so funny. But it'll cause so much drama. That's the problem. I don't really want like bad drama. I just want people to laugh with me, and I don't think they're gonna laugh as much. How can it be that it's so green today? I know but see, that's the thing. That's the thing about rigged markets. It's just it's so hard to tell because it's such in their best interest to make it look as favorable as possible when they want it to. And they got so much money to work with, so if they want to rig it on us, they can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Maj. No, it would be really funny. I'd have to like cut out the names though. I'd have to choose sections of the song that didn't have specific references. that'd be a little too far. I can run with like deniability up till that point and be like, oh, I didn't even know you had this one too. I might have had it first. We should check on that. But otherwise, it's too questionable. Meta is pushing up really nicely. I think that like if I were to invest in anything right now of the large cap stocks, it really seems like Meta and Microsoft are the two strongest, and Lockheed Martin. Those three, especially Lockheed Martin right now. I'm definitely not going to be picking these up at the moment, but I think that we are right on the cusp of seeing some craziness right now with possible wars about to break out more and such, or escalate. And Lockheed Martin is in a special position to benefit from that. Then Microsoft is just doing really fantastic. Just through all of the crash yesterday, and then, right away at the start of today, just really, really strong right now. Like if I were to buy leaps, I think that's the way I would go, is those three in terms of the large caps. The moon is so close. We are on our way. Amy pushing up a little bit here, currently at 514, about to hit intraday highs. Come on, Amy. Don't make me a liar, Amy. You're making me look stupid. It's weird. I feel like I haven't seen any other stock YouTubers be in my position, which is that like be a Twitch transitionist basically. I feel like my Twitch personality comes out during stocks a lot, and you don't usually see it. It's just a little weird. I'm a little goofy. I don't mind it, but I hope you guys don't mind it. We are close to curling back up on the 1 minute, so I think that we are about to see a little bit more positive price action. Some higher intraday highs. Jimmy, though, I really want Jimmy to come back to life. Jimmy was so strong yesterday. Come on, Jimmy. Yeah, we're just really not seeing yet. We are pushing up a little bit right in here, though, so maybe we'll get something out of Jimmy. 1 minute did just go red a little bit ago, though. Yeah, MACD's just looking not groovy right now. Ooh. Think this is it. Intraday highs? Don't make me a liar. The song is literally saying, take me higher. Come on. Baby. Well, guess it's just still going to be a little bit of time. We'll go check on Chewy. We'll go check on Siri. Chewy's still, you know, basically the strongest of all of them. I mean, well, Amy actually looks stronger than Chewy today, fortunately. Siri, though. Siri pushed up and started consolidating sideways. I wonder if I bought in down here or not. I tried to. I'm interested, though, because I do think that if Roaring Kitty does end up buying this... In fact, I should try looking that up today if I can find that article that I found yesterday. But if he does end up buying this, I do think it will benefit AMC and GME. So that's good. Love to see another big stock... Not even a big stock, but I mean, I'd love to see another stock running to put even more pressure on the hedgies. Let me go back to Amy here. Oh, there we go. New intraday highs. 515, 516. Thank you, Amy. Keep that rolling. I think I want to go see if I can get, like, just a couple more Siri. I think if I go for a closer dated, like maybe September 6th. Is this gonna work? Oh, it lied to me. It was suggesting that was gonna go through, but it didn't. Okay, that's okay, that's okay. Let's go with this one then. Wait, what is... Sorry, just bear with me one more moment. I just really want to put this in. I don't think it's gonna work. Give me my contracts. Alright, we'll just go for this one then. Let's get one more. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time finding the right one here. Here it is. One more contract. Thank you. Cool. Amy did end up coming back down after getting rejected at $5.16. Currently $5.10. Looks like a big middle finger. Hopefully that's to the hedgies and not to me. I do want to go see if I can find the Siri post. It'll make me feel better. Because I tried looking for it earlier and I felt like maybe it got deleted. So it made me nervous that maybe... Gosh, I have no idea which forum it was in though. And every time I like search for Siri, it gives me the other Siri. Bought in on the Trump FOMO, worst decision of the year? Why would INTC be Trump FOMO? God, there's been so many people who lost tremendous money on Intel. Like, actual tremendous money. Tim Waltz. Interesting. Tim Waltz has been announced as the VP for Harris, in case anybody cares about that. What is this, brother? What is that? You, brother. Let's see. It's gonna be so hard to find this. Looks like Rocket is coming. Who said that? What you talking about, Willis? Why do you think that? This says Rocket to you? When the RSI is low, I suppose. Oh, no, I mean that MACD. Wait, what is this indicator? That's MACD, that's RSI. So what is this one? One that I don't really use. MACD on the 1 day is starting to fit. Looks like the bottom was hit yesterday. Oh yeah? I didn't look at that yet. Let's go take a look at that. I was lied to. I was jebaited into hope. That is definitely not the case. I mean, well, I mean, it's really close. Actually, no, it is kind of the case, actually. Or it's like right on that line. If GME climbs at all, then we will have started to curl back up in the daily, which would be incredibly bullish. Siri is pushing up. This is what I mean. Like, the price action for Siri isn't a joke. Like, there's definitely something going on with Siri, whether or not it's people buying in or something. There's definitely something going on with Siri. It's stronger than most of the stocks I'm looking at. Looks like it's even a little bit stronger than Chewy today, tiny bit. Amy down to 509 though. Come on, Amy, don't give up now. We got such a long way to go to the moon. I can't stand all these potty breaks we're taking. CrowdStrike still running to the upside. I cannot fathom why that is happening. Why is there so many people buying CrowdStrike? It's like they have no idea what happened last month. Like, I understand this was a good company, but they're gonna get sued into the ground. They're gonna lose so much value. I mean, given it's gonna take a while for the legal system, but I wouldn't put my money there. Like, what's gonna happen if this month there's another error and some things go down again? Oh my God, Jimmy, come on, Jim. What are you doing? Jimmy down to $20.56. I guess I'll go check and see if they're dumping on it, even though I bet it's not updated. Yeah, last updated 3 hours ago. What is this, a bounce for ants? What a good movie. The great unwinding is just starting. I believe it. I really do believe it. I've been waiting for the unwinding for so long. So I think today is just a fluke. I don't trust it. Maybe even by the end of the day, we'll be going down again. I just don't trust it. I didn't address the dip.
That's just retarded. What this is actually a Harris handout. Sure, your 401k dropped faster than your nanny's pants.
Cool. More AI. Fantastic. Glad we got that in our life now. That's just what we needed in the age of fake news. I'm never gonna find this. I should just give up. There's already been like a billion posts between yesterday and today, apparently. Alright, maybe I can try looking a different way. Do you guys know ES Invest, by the way? He's another YouTuber I really like. He's super smart. He teams up with Richard Newton sometimes for live streams, so you guys might know him. But he's a really good one for like analyzing the options in the market and all that. He does that all the time. I can show you him if you guys don't know him. Amy at 506. I think that they did dump shares on Amy here. That doesn't look like natural price action to me. Not good. Where's our strength from yesterday? Come on, Jimmy. We're on such a good run. The way we were going yesterday, I would have felt we could have gone all the way up. Just slowly. And again, like, Siri feels like one of those ones that they really are trying to keep down. And in terms of Siri too, you know, we did see the FTD data for Siri. I think it's probably the most compelling thing for me that makes me want to dive into this. You combine that with the clues from Rory and Kitty with the FTD data, makes me want to buy it. IWM coming down from an intraday high of 205.06. It tried to push down, really consolidated at the bottom here. I kind of feel like this is going to be the bottom. It looks like it's going to end up being the bottom. That even though we don't have rate cuts yet, it does seem like it's probably going to have a really hard time going below 200. I say that, but we were below it yesterday, but it doesn't count. So if I were to buy IWM before rate cuts, I would probably buy around the 200 mark if I'm able to. GME to the moon! Yeah. ACB's pushing up. I'm gonna be upset if I end up missing the buy-in for wheat stocks before the laws change. But I'm just not ready to move stuff out of what I have now and put it into this. But that's such an easy layup, though. You know, like, if that legislation goes through, wheat stocks are going to go to the moon, and it's going to be beautiful. You know, another reason to hate Ken Griffin, and I'm not even a smoker, you know, but like Ken Griffin is lobbying in Florida to keep weed from being legalized there. It's just another reason to hate that man. He's spending like over $1 million to stop it. Just like my title says, I would love to cellar box that man. Get him in a ring with me. That'd be nice. XLU hitting 73.42 this morning. XLU did end up coming down. It was pushing up really hard a couple days ago up to 75.56. Has been steadily kind of dropping since then. But we did get a big push up today, but I'm really curious how the rest of this day is going to go. If we end up coming all the way back down and making new lower lows for XLU, I would call that a really bad sign for what's to come in the market. But for now, I mean, things are looking strong. They keep trying to push up, but they're really not making it very far. Only 524. Definitely not saying that it can't go higher, though. It's trying. I want us below 500. I'll feel a lot better. I'll feel like any day could be rate cuts. It could be MOAS. Could be margin calls if we get below 500. Amy is pushing back up again. Came down to 506, currently at 510. We are just about to go back into green on the 1 minute MACD. Higher time frames for Amy are actually looking really good. Amy's looking just like GME looked yesterday, which is great. I would love to have a day out of Amy that looks similar to the day that Jimmy had. Just bullishness for the whole day. Guess we'll go take a peek into Lucid Motors again, see if we can figure out what's up with Lucid, man. I really expected a lot, you know? I'm a little disappointed in the CEO of Lucid. Feels almost like we got debated into this. You know, he said that investors are going to be really happy with this earnings. And like, sure, you know, getting a new investor, $1.5 billion, that's great. But overall, I mean, everything else outside of that, really not that great. And so that news by itself doesn't warrant him saying what he said in my mind. We are getting a divergence, though. You can see that the MACD's going up as Lucid's going down. So that says to me that we do have a reversal coming. Amy green on the 1 minute. All right, Amy, give us some new intraday highs. Get us back to that 530 region, and I'll start to feel a lot better about Amy again. If we can get back to 530, I think that the MACD would be looking much better for the daily. Gosh, we're so far away compared to where we were at this like same price level on Friday. Jimmy finally coming to life. Thank goodness. I wasn't sure we were going to see you today, Jimmy. Jimmy going up $20.65. Nothing too crazy yet, but at least we're getting some green candles. Just shifted green on the 1 minute. Higher time frames, kind of starting to curl up, some of them. Most of the very high time frames, though, are still very red. 1 hour, 2 hour, and 4 hour, though, all green still. So, could be really good. We can just get those other ones to curl up. We could get a nice day like yesterday. I forgot to make coffee this morning. Man, I forgot so much stuff. I was just so rushed to get here and get myself ready. No wonder I'm tired. Apes are so ready. Apes have been waiting patiently, holding the line. So ready for this. Chewy pushing up 2279 on Chewy. Chewy's been looking great the last couple days. Does seem like they're just like struggling to keep everything down now. I don't know if I'm just jumping in conclusions a little bit, but you know, we have been able to recover nicely from the big drop that we had. Besides Koss. Koss is handicapped. Koss like twisted their ankle or something on the way down. I don't know what happened. Feels bad if anybody ever bought into Koss. 513 on Amy. Come on, Amy. New intraday highs. Let's go. MACD for SPY is looking very green. Really does suggest that we are going to get a nice push up today. Probably to about the 530, 532 region ish. Might go more, but I don't think so. And then probably get rejected and start coming back down from there, I would imagine. IWM looking very similar as well. The MACD for IWM is pretty much identical. Probably pretty likely we're going to get a push up to at least where we were before everything started crashing down. To, I don't know, about 207 or so. Maybe whatever I have this line here for 206. Dow Jones just has such a gap to fill. I mean, all these have gaps to fill to the upside. Come on, Amy. New intraday highs. Let's go. To the moon. Siri with a new intraday high of $3.10 got instantly rejected. But Siri is looking strong. I really want to find... an easy way to look at the options chain. I think what ES Invest does, he uses unusual whales, I think, which I've never looked at options through that website before, but I'm sure it can't be that complicated. So let's try this really quick. Let's look up Siri. And then, oh god, I really should have paid more attention when he was doing this. Open interest changes. And then strikes 0.5 to 15. Lots of calls in for 816. Lots of calls in for 920. Actually, no, that's puts. Lots of puts in for 920. Interesting. Highest OI increase. by percentage. I know that he has a way to like filter it down to check and like if there's been larger blocks purchased at a time, something very similar to what Roaring Kitty would do. But I don't know how he does that. I should have paid attention. I didn't think I'd ever want to really look it up, but now I do. Oh well. I don't think I'm going to find it for now. It just seems like it's going to take a while. I don't want to be too distracted. I'll just have to look into that later. Jimmy! Let's go, Jimmy. Jimmy at $20.82. Thank goodness. Seeing some life out of Jimmy. AMC coming back down, though, unfortunately. Currently $5.10.
Fast forward a year or two, friends have changed, but so can you.
Palantir looking really strong. Palantir had great earnings. I don't know how far Palantir is going to go up, but if I had to guess, I mean, Palantir has a lot of runway, and I think that's why they're trying so hard to short it, just to get as many people out of it as they can before they finally let it run up a lot. Chewy's looking great though. Chewy, new intraday high, 22.97 and pushing up. About to break into that 23 range. Wonder if Amy's following it. Not really. It's nice to see Amy actually back above $5 and holding nicely though for now. To the moon! Hey, Chewy, 2303. Man, Chewy ripping. This is starting to look more like they had to buy into Roaring Kitty's position. I don't know for sure, but that is very strong price action to the upside. Somebody had said on the forums, and I think that moment is like right here. I don't really know. But apparently there's supposed to be like a computer share purchase coming into GME of like 25,000 shares right around this time period. Kind of seeming like it lined up pretty well, eh? Kind of seeming like that might be true. Interesting. Next time I see something like that, I might act on it. From the sounds of it, it sounds like that computer share thing is like once a month or something, so I might act on that next time. 2105 for GME. Still have a ways to go to get back to where we opened, though. Well, that's actually not true. We are actually up 1.79% from where we were at 4 a.m. Come on, Amy. $5.13, Amy. Let's go. Skip that one. Just sounds way too much like worship music. I'm not feeling it. Alright, well, I'm gonna just go ahead and start looking around Reddit for a while then. Go back to seeing if I can find anything interesting. Man, it's too bad I didn't know what a carry trade was back in May. Otherwise, I might have seen this coming. But I had no idea what a carry trade was back when he released this. He He clearly knew, though. He clearly knew there was a big issue with Japan. Yeah, here's the computer share thing. Right at 1047, that checked out. I mean, that price action really matches that time frame. I think it said that this is supposed to happen a second time today. If anybody wanted to try acting on that, let me check on that. So it's supposed to happen at 1047, which we know just happened, and it's supposed to happen at 1110. Approximately 25,000 shares of buy pressure. Did you think the hedgies did a shuffle to trick us? What do you mean? Yesterday? I'm not sure what you're asking exactly. I apologize. Japan pumping the Nikkei. Up 10%, you say? Just throwing money at it. Is only half complete? I believe that, man. I don't really like trusting JP Morgan's word on anything, but I believe that the carry trade is not complete, and we are going to get more tomorrow or here soon. I mean, frankly, I think there's more than half. Half sounds like an understatement, but still more coming. Oh, about the rug pull. Yeah, so I'm talking about today. I do think that, like, yesterday was real, but I think that today things are being pushed up, even though that, like, you know, right there, JP Morgan knows. JP Morgan knows that there's more of the carry trade that will affect us. And so, realistically, there's no reason for these hedge funds to be throwing money into the market unless they want to get puts out of the market before that carry trade thing happens, so they don't have to pay for all these puts, and then they can make money on the calls. Otherwise, like, you know, if JP Morgan can't be the only smart one of them, there's bound to be lots of them, you know? And so my theory is that, you know, again, you know, they just want to push it up temporarily, get people to close those positions, maybe take people's more money, and then when that next one happens, they're going to see it coming, be prepared for it, they're going to sell out and make whoever hold the bag for them. Probably turn off people's ability to log in again as well. Ugh. Man, that ad was super correct. That Reddit article was super correct. Right at 10:48 we pushed up, and then they shorted it right down immediately. No delay. But yeah, so like I don't think that they were faking anything when it came to like the big market crash and things. I just think that today doesn't match what should be happening in a logical world. But if there's anything I learned is that the stock market's never logical, and it is overwhelmingly nefarious. Chewy's the only one of our stocks that's doing pretty good right now. They are like cancer. I cannot wait for these people to be thrown behind bars. Mark my words, if justice isn't served, there's going to be some people going crazy. And I feel fortunate that I have loving family that I don't want to disappoint, because if I didn't, I would be one of the people going crazy. They're lucky. Spies pushing up 526.17. But I mean, like this, like, you know, if JP Morgan represented the whole market, which obviously they don't, but, you know, they're a big portion of it, and they're not the only smart hedge funds out there, I'm sure, there would be no reason for this price action today. This is certainly not retail doing this. Maybe a small portion of it is, but the majority of this is the hedge funds. Lucid Motors just completely destroyed, man. I can't believe it. How how have we not, like, arrested these people yet? I just, like, I understand that the justice system works incredibly slow, but this is appalling. You know, like, we're basically in a recession. We just had COVID. There's no reason that we should be letting them steal huge amounts of money from people all around the world. Tesla's really struggling now. Tesla's down to 196. And if I had to predict, I would say this is coming down further. I didn't really support Tesla ripping as much as it was, and this is about the price range that I heard some YouTubers say that Tesla should come down to. So, I mean, if it stays here, you know, whatever, but Tesla was trading between 170 and 180 for like 3 months. It feels like, and I feel like it makes much more sense to me to go back to that range instead of stay at this range. How does Japan markets look? They look great. Japan markets are all green. They have like 2 companies that weren't green. HIJ. All right, a little bit more than 2. It's something like to the tune of like 20. But, you know, still very green and very, very, like very, very green. 12%, 9%, 17%, 16, 16. Just a huge amount of money floated into the market. I'd like to know where all this came from. And also, like, who's stupid enough to do this? This is why I believe it's all rigged. Like, they know that they're massively in debt. They know that interest rates were just raised. They know that the carry trade hasn't unwound yet. So why would this happen? Unless it was rigged for a reason. I swear I've seen you before. 4 hours since our last update on Fintel. Fantastic. Crushing it, Fintel. It's that wired or weird? I think it faking a market crash. I'm confused a little bit. I'm not sure if we're misunderstanding or if I'm just misunderstanding you. I don't think the crash is fake. I think the crash is real. The carry trade is very real. Like the reason why it affected us is real. But this part is what's not real. The fact that they know that it should be going down, but they're still flooding money into the market temporarily. I don't really know like how many puts or things are in their market and things, but I just think that there's no reason for it if you know that there's another huge drop coming. Even if you're just going on what JP Morgan says, they should have another equal drop to what they just had very soon. And so this looks to me like they're trying to get people to hold the bag, or they're trying to get people to close positions that they're going to have to pay for. I'm cynical though. I didn't used to be this way, but in the last this year of staring at the stock market has made me mega cynical. But unfortunately, I seem to be right lately, so it's hard to not be that way. I'm tempted to go look at the price action from these days, just to kind of compare a little bit. But no, I do think that we are lined up nicely, because right up here is going up to 540, drop down to 430, consolidate between, or below 5, consolidate between 5 and 430, before you rocket back above 5, round about where we are now. I'm really interested to see if this keeps playing out, because I mean, if this plays out, if we're going faster, then maybe by the end of the today we should be into the second bar. If it's going the same speed, then tomorrow we should be higher than 540 tomorrow, if this ends up playing out. Interesting. This suggests that we're probably going to go to about 530-ish. So it's going to be really interesting to see if that plays out. Hopefully that was a good answer for you, though. I hope I answered that the way you were asking. Amy getting pushed down hard. Currently $5.06. Came down to test these lows. Bouncing red at that level. Came down to test our 200 EMA. But yeah, I mean, like, a lot of it is speculation for me, but I'm basing it on what I think is good facts. You know, like looking at the puts and the calls in the market, looking at what should be happening down the line, looking at, you know, what the financial situation is about, you know, in Japan and things. And it just makes sense to me. I mean, I can see the path in my head, so just trust me. Just kidding. Trust me, bro. Sava's coming back down, hitting an intraday low of 30.26. I don't really know if this has more though. That was a huge run up. I wouldn't really want to dive into this. It's a $20 run up. Still holding higher highs though. Higher lows, rather. Triple Q does look like it's possibly losing momentum to the upside. Could be coming down here soon. Maybe just to cool off for a little bit. I want to go take a look. I was really surprised that we didn't get anything out of Ryan Cohen or Larry Chang. Like, I've gotten used to not getting anything out of Roaring Kitty, but where's Ryan Cohen? He was posting so much. It's almost like we're gonna get something very soon, and so he went quiet again? And Larry Chang was posting more than any of them. I mean, he stopped entirely on the third. I don't know this stock. I'm gonna go check this out. Grove. Apparently Larry Chang is on Grove's board.
Are you scared? I am you.
That doesn't look so hot. I wouldn't want to invest in this one. Yikes. I don't really know what this is, but I don't care. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I try to remain humble about it. I don't really pretend to claim that I know everything. But I just try to make a good logical decision. I've never watched Vikings though. Vikings always look really good. Out of all the shows that I have like not watched that are like of that style, you know, a little worry, kind of like a guy show, that'd be close to the top for me. Aurora Cannabis coming back down for the time being. Well, not really. Just consolidating here at the top, right around 590. I'm interested to see what this does. If this comes back down to like $5 soon, I might jump into this.
Are you afraid of the dark?
I don't know. I say that just because I'm getting bored of waiting for my GME and AMC, but there's no way I'm actually gonna sell. Not actually happening.
I am you.
Just gotta wait. Let me go check my email really quick. I gotta keep a close eye for their response to me. Hopefully they're fixing the situation. Yuck. I can get one Siri call over here. Give me 1 second. One more Siri call just for good measure. Nice. Got it.
I hope you find what you've been looking.
What about this? Really sucks about Lucid, man. Lucid is just not good at all right now.
I don't wanna feel no more.
Lucid's just holding steady right here at the bottom. I do kind of think that we will get a push up at some point. We did have that divergence here where MACD was going up despite the stock going down, so I think it's just a matter of time. Just kind of hang in there.
Never mind. I'm thinking out loud before we draw a crowd. Reel it in, take it easy.
Ugh, CrowdStrike. Every time I look at that, it just puzzles me. Chewy coming down from intraday highs 2308. Do you want to see if Jimmy's going to get that second buy order that it said it's supposed to get? Should be any second now, I think. Any minute now. Let me see if I can go find that again. Oh, did I close it? Did I scroll away from it? That sucks. Here it is. 11:10. So in 4 more minutes, theoretically, we're going to see some good buy pressure again on GME. Plus or minus 3 minutes. So 1 minute from now, and then sometime within the next 6 minutes after that. If we can get a good run up this week and get a lot of options going in the money, I'm going to be so interested to look at the FTD data coming up because of the rule change. The rocket is ready, bags are packed, we going to the moon soon, boys. Banks did have lights open last night, working late into the night. I don't know what they were doing, but apparently they did this years ago. I wasn't really a part of this, but apparently years ago, before the sneeze, the banks were staying up till late and leaving all the lights on and working late into the night, and people were following it then. So it's kind of nice to see that that's kind of repeating as well. Okay, I think the Siri post that I had found was after the post that I just scrolled past. So maybe I'm going to find this soon. I just really want to know if it was deleted or not. If it was deleted, then it makes me really question the authenticity of what I read. But again, there is just a ton of FTDs still for this stock for Siri. Q2 earnings are going to be so hype. We're going to have the $4 billion on the balance sheet by then. Maybe we're going to get a great announcement. Maybe it was this. I don't think it was this, but let's look. Nope, it certainly wasn't. I do think I'm getting really close, though. I think I was around here when I found it before. I'll try going a little bit faster so I stop taking as much time. I'm sorry, everybody. Just so close. It's gotta be super close. It's either deleted or I'm about to find it. I might put on the Richard Newton video here soon. Just because, you know, price action isn't really too crazy right now. Wouldn't mind hearing what he has to say. I'm gonna give up on this in just a moment. I know that I know I like looked at this stuff recently, so I just want to get through the last of it. Gosh, did Ryan Cohen really hint to us 3 years ago about the carry trade, and it took that long for it to unravel? Jeez. All right, I'm gonna give up. Weird. Kind of makes me wonder if it was fake. Or maybe it's just being suppressed. I have no idea. A little bit longer. Still stuff from... Alright, I give up. That's it. I'm not gonna find it. Sucks. Yeah, no, I know. I did that before, and it gives me the other Siri, like the kind you talk to your phone. I mean, I don't even know if it was under Superstock either, so... But I'll try here again. When I look under Superstock, it doesn't give me like all the phone ones. But it didn't have Siri stuff. But then when I search like normally, then it's just not like nothing's about the stock. Except for that one. That doesn't count though. It's not the one. Oh, okay. A lot of these are okay. Whatever. Like a lot of them, the other ones. There's still not the one that I read though. These are also mostly kind of old. Yeah, see, like now all the recent ones from this week are, I don't know, almost makes me wonder if like they're trying to keep people from finding Siri information, so they're like putting out more distracting Siri stuff. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it though. Definitely a lot of stuff about the FTD data for Siri though. That's okay. Yeah, worth a shot though. Thank you for the great suggestion. That really would be great. Like, it's a fantastic suggestion. It just, if it weren't like Siri, it'd be so much easier. All right, I'm gonna go take one look around the market, and then if you guys don't mind, I think I am just gonna watch the Richard Newton video a minute, just because I like to educate myself and keep up to date on things, and And again, I just don't think he cares. I don't think he would mind, and so sounds like a great way to educate people and turn more people on to Richard Newton potentially. I know you guys all watch him, but I feel like I'm doing a service a little bit as well. And I don't get anything for putting him on. It's not like I'm monetized or anything. You know, so the one that I found specifically said that they were looking at the Siri options and there was blocks being purchased of about like 5,000 at a time or so, and it looked like Roaring Kitty. And I was like really busy when I stumbled across it, so I only like half read it and thought I was gonna come back later, and then I wasn't able to find it anymore. But that's really the significant thing, is I want that confirmation that it looked like Roaring Kitty was purchasing options. All right, one last time looking around the market, and then I'm gonna check out what he has to say. AMC down to 502. What are you doing, Amy? We were doing so good. Oh my goodness. If we close above 502, I'll be happy, but I would much rather close 516 or higher. I don't think we're done with today, though. I think they're just kind of pushing it down. So 501, good God. GME, same deal, 2064, not really going up yet. We also didn't get that second push-up. I got distracted. I didn't look for it, again, till now. But that second push-up from Computer Share, I don't see it at all. Oh, I think you might have found it. Have I told you in the last 12 seconds that you're awesome? Because you are. Yeah, I really just want to like look at it closer because I didn't get to study it. It definitely is 5,000 blocks. You know, it's either an impersonator or it's him. Wait, those are puts. He wouldn't be buying puts. Why am I having that? Oh, there it is. Okay. All at the 5 strike price. Yeah, there's no way he'd be buying puts. That just absolutely is not him. I'm glad I double checked this. That's interesting. I don't know what to make of that. It's weird that they are buying them in 5,000 blocks. Let me see what people are saying about that. Because I can't be the only one that saw that it's puts. Seems like this guy didn't see that it was puts. Oh wait, are those puts? Yes, they're puts. Selling puts is bullish. But that's not what Roaring Kitty's doing. That's not what this shows. Interesting. One way or another, I mean, there is still a ton of FTDs, and the price action does look favorable. So I'm not too upset about my trade. I didn't really buy that many either anyways, so it's fine, but kind of a bummer. I really did think they were calls. So thank you so much for finding that. That's a big help. I know I don't have to keep wanting to get more. Come on, Amy. Alright. I'm gonna chill out here a minute. I think I'm gonna make some coffee really fast so I can sip on coffee to Richard Newton, if that's okay. Maybe I'll be right back. Shouldn't take me very long. I have a Keurig, so it's pretty quick. In fact, I'll probably come back while the water is heating up. Yeah, so if it's okay, I'll be right back, guys. I'm so sorry. There's really just not a lot going on. Amy's at 501, just trading right around that. GME, $20.71, trading sideways mostly, whole day. Chewy's looking great. Chewy's up 22.85 right now, intraday high of 23.08. This really does look like they might have been buying, you know, what they owed Roaring Kitty or something. That's a lot of decent price action. That's huge speculation, though. And then we'll look at the indexes real quick before I go. SPY went up to an intraday high of 526, currently trading around 524.11, deciding what it wants to do. We are pretty red on the 1 minute MACD. And higher time frames are curling down for SPY, so it makes me almost wonder if we're going to be going down here very soon. In terms of the Dow Jones Industrial, Dow Jones has been struggling the last couple days. We did get a nice little recovery in the last little bit, but still, we got a long way to go to recover what we lost. The Dow Jones trading around 39,000. Triple Q is looking very similar to how SPY looked. Pretty red on the MACD with the higher time frames just about to curl down. It still could bounce back up. Definitely doesn't mean, because it looks like it's going to curl down, definitely doesn't mean that we are. We're just kind of close to that a little bit on some of them. The 1 hour and the 2 hour look great, though, on this, so who knows? All right, and then what's the last one? IWM. And IWM currently trading at 204.20. I just don't think that IWM is gonna collapse much under 200. I just feel like people know what's coming, and even though the rate cuts are not a guarantee, I can't stress that enough. I feel like I did kind of push the idea of IWM a lot the last couple days, and I just want to stress that I don't trust Jerome Powell right now, and I don't trust a lot of the stuff, so I just don't know for sure that we are definitely going to be getting rate cuts. So just always be careful. But if you do end up buying in like around like 200s, though, I think that's still a pretty safe bet. Because people should still buy in towards the FOMC meeting, and then so you would make a profit, and then if we just didn't get the rate cuts, then you just better sell quickly or better sell before the announcement if you wanted to be safe. So, all right, though, I'm going to go ahead and just make myself a quick cup of joe. And then I'm going to come back and watch some Richard Newton for a moment. Amy down to 498. That is upsetting. Stop shorting my stock. I'm going to go check FinTel really quick before I go. There needs to be requirements in terms of how often we update this. Like, I don't really know if this is like just a privately owned website or something and they can just do whatever they want, but we need to have a regulated website that gives us this information in a timely manner. I'll be right back. All right, I'm so sorry, chat. Got the fastest cup of Joe ever. Fortunately, I left my Keurig on, so the water was already heated. Fantastic. Alrighty. Yeah, really just not a lot of excitement right now in these stocks. So I am just gonna kind of figure out what Richard Noon has to say for the day. Just nothing too crazy in the stock market today. Nothing to get me excited at the moment. Amy still has a way to go to climb back up. Jimmy's not really been active. I'm not into Chewy. And Siri is getting shorted. Fantastic. Appreciate you, Richard.
Guys, it is Tuesday.
Gosh, it's a long one.
Yesterday we had so much happen, and it's hard to even process. So we'll talk all about it. The first thing I wanted to mention was so much good information comes in through the comments. People reaching out to me. So I know people say at times like, "Don't worry about the comments."
He does a good job at responding to comments. I like that about him a lot.
To different topics. As an example, like the ETF flows. This came out of a comment and then an interaction with somebody. They shared all this data with me, so I have to say thank you again to them. And there's just been so much of that. So I'm going to continue doing that. But if you do leave a comment and you're unsatisfied with the response, or maybe it takes a while for me to respond, or if I don't see it.
Do you guys still believe in 8.8, or are you just hopeful? Because like I kind of believe in it. I mean, I feel like there's a chance that they could make it not happen, but
in some way, shape, or
the data makes sense.
I don't maybe respond super well to it. I do want to say I'm probably thinking about it, and maybe it's just going to take me a while to like process like what are they sharing with me here, and how is it important. But I wanted to talk really quickly to this one. So the hot topic of the day, I think, would be, there's two of them. One of them has to do with Ryan Cohen's game plan, and one of them has to do with Game Informer. So I'll talk about those. So I did also.
I am so surprised that there's so much backlash about Game Informer.
Because I saw some comments, and I think it's very important, especially as people just join, to talk to it again and again. So what am I doing here with this channel? First of all, it's just fun for me. I wake up in the morning, I have my coffee. So cheers to everybody drinking some coffee. So this is my attempt to follow the GameStop story.
You know what I'm going to do? What I was thinking of doing, though? I'm thinking about just telling him. I'm thinking about asking him, since he does such a good job about reading his comments. I'm thinking about just telling him that I've played his video on stream and asking for his permission in the future. So I do think I'm going to do that. Maybe even today. After this video's done, I'll type that up.
GameStop went down like 14% or more in the pre-market. And then like basically right now is back to where it was on Friday or whatever. So there's always something to talk about. And then I'm trying to solve the puzzle, which means like, why did these volatility periods happen? Why does it go from $10 to $80 as an example in May? And then, you know, attempt to try to figure out when they're going to happen. But I don't know that we've done that. And then just have fun. And mostly in my life, I'm realizing how important it is to be encouraged and to be encouraging. So I do that at work. Like I've got at work written down like everywhere I can remember to put it, like be an encouragement. You know, there's going to be frustrations. There's going to be letdowns.
He is an encouragement.
Maybe that's something I'll speak to today.
I really appreciate that about him.
But encouragement is incredibly powerful. So, and take that as however you mean it. So I'm not encouraging people to do anything. I'm just saying that like things are tough. Like this is a tough time. There's a lot of noise out there. People can get very frustrated.
I think if it weren't for Richard, I would have a lot less hope.
Economics. And I just want to kind of be a light amidst it all in some way, and just kind of say, you know, like we're just going to keep on keeping on with whatever it is we're trying to do here. But here's what the channel is not. So definitely this is not meant to be financial advice. I think GameStop is a great story, and I think it's actually, the company's in a great place, even though it's a retail brick and mortar store, and there is a bear case that I talk to quite often. I think that the bull case is decent. The company is steadily transforming, or has shored up its legacy business, now has a lot of cash and so forth, is debt-free, barely profitable. But there's all this volatility too, which I think is just really fun, but also unsettling for people. So I'm not trying to provide you with any kind of information with which to trade. I want to make sure that's very clear. If you trade GameStop, good luck, right? It's very, very challenging.
Good luck.
Lots of volatility.
Very challenging.
It just went down to like 17 something dollars yesterday. That was crazy.
Was
and just
crazy.
Make good decisions with whatever it is you're trying to do here. And if I mention any dates or ideas, it's just me trying to figure out the puzzle. People ask like, how do you feel about August 8th? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like, it's not
fantastic.
A probability. It's not like I have like a little meter that's going up or down on August 8th. I don't know. Like, as it comes, if it doesn't happen, I'm not emotionally attached to it at all. I'm not like, you know, I don't know. Just I write it down. Does anything happen? Yes or no? Something happens? Interesting. How does that play into our theory? Something doesn't happen? Interesting. Why didn't it happen? So this is true for highs.
Interesting.
And lows. So could I have predicted the low of yesterday? I wish I could have, but I didn't, you know. No price targets. People ask like, how high do you think it could go during this particular date? No idea. How high do you think MOAS will go, or when will it happen? I don't know if MOAS is even a thing, you know. I'm just constantly surprised, following along. And I said down here at the bottom, I said, I do want to say that personally I'm going to use this information exactly as I present it here. So like, I'm not like saying one thing and like using a different set of information, but I'm just following along the story just like I'm presenting it. I'm trying to make good decisions too, but I really don't think it's helpful if I were to provide any kind of information about my decisions, because you guys see me make mistakes constantly with even just like I'll say January when I mean June, right? And then people will say like, well, what do you mean by this when you said that? And it's like not always clear. It's like, I don't think it's helpful. If people saw like what I hold at any particular moment and when I trade, whatever it is I trade, that would become financial advice just by nature of it being shared. And I don't want to.
Yeah, that's why I don't really share what I am doing exactly. I don't want you guys to follow me exactly.
Which I'm constantly making. Now to have it hanging over me to be responsible for other people's mistakes that are maybe like following my trades, that would be terrible. So I don't want to have information about my financial decisions leading others to make financial decisions for themselves. Again, the main thing here is just trying to follow the story, trying to solve the puzzle, have fun. If this becomes all about making money, then it's not going to be fun anymore. So that all being said, any strategy has pros and cons, and I've said repeatedly, there's generally like 3 strategies here. Options, of course, incredibly risky, because then all these dates and price targets would be like on your mind constantly, and you'd have to manage your position so carefully, and you can't trade them in the after hours. Or
it's the worst part about them.
Which so much of what happens
can easily get screwed because of that.
Hours, and there's all this like thing with implied volatility to worry about and stuff. I'm just like, I can't be bothered with all that. Like, I can't manage a position 24 hours a day. Like, I've got a real life to deal with here, and good luck to anybody trying to do options on GameStop of all things. So options are a thing, and I'm not pro or against them. I'm really not. It's just that seems really hard to me, so I just avoid them. Swing trading is a thing, and people have asked me. They say stuff like, "Wait, you've sold GameStop?" And I'll just say straight up, like, I've bought GameStop, I have sold GameStop. I don't see anything wrong with buying and selling GameStop. There are 2 buttons.
No, the smart people the smart people sell. I saw some people saying that even if it MOASes, they're just gonna hold through the tippy top all the way back down. Those people are idiots.
They just want
you sell at the top so you can buy more at the bottom and be a better supporter of the company.
I've tried that strategy too. That strategy has its own pros and cons. So the strength of any of these strategies, though, will only work or will only really come true if people are really good at constructing the strategy based on information and then executing the strategy, with fidelity, and also being responsive to how events unfold with respect to their plan. So I'll give you an example. Like, if your plan is to purchase options and then sell those options into like some kind of volatility or uptrend, and then you get really excited because of a bunch of posts on Superstonk, and then you don't sell your options and you think it's going to keep running up higher, and you change your price target or you adjust your plan, like that's not doing this. So you need to construct the plan, you need to execute the plan, and you need to deal with events as they unfold with respect to your plan, and to some extent like maintain true to your plan and not get deviated, But then at times, like there are going to be times when like maybe you have to adjust the plan. Like maybe all of a sudden a share offering comes in, and you need to adjust accordingly. So I would just say, you know, there's so many dynamic events here that making a plan and fluidly being responsive to it is such a hard thing, and we've had to learn so much through this whole process about it. This is taking forever to save. It's got like 400 slides. But hopefully that makes it clear for people what I'm doing here and how I'm doing it. So I'm gathering information, presenting that information. Some of the information is analytical. Some of it is trend analysis. Some of it's just the day-to-day. Some of it's sentiment and different stuff being shared by the community. And to some extent, it's a way to like gather a whole bunch of stuff into one place, and then maybe hope that a lot of good ideas emerge out of it. So hopefully there's people like that got really inspired by the idea that swaps could have played a big role back here in June. I think that's very true. And are now digging deeply into swaps.
Still have yet to see if those swaps that expired at the end of July are going to do anything.
Flows have something to do with a lot of this story. I think that's totally true, because we can see that interesting ETF behavior happens around these spikes, which leads me to maybe the topic of the day, which is like, why are they redeeming so much XRT suddenly? I don't know, very interesting to me, and price is so low. But
XRT
anyway,
confuses me so much.
That was clear in that first part. I'm not opposed to any strategy. I'm not recommending any strategy. I'm going to try as hard as possible never to provide date guidance or price guidance. If a date is mentioned, it's only as a curiosity and something to look at. And if it manifests, like June 6th, awesome, builds into the theory. If it misses, or like it happened, like this June 16th thing, like what happened here? Like I'm like, I did not have this on my radar at all. Someone called it out as a swap expiry, but you know, it's like a baby blip here. And then what's happening right here? What's up with this big dip down? Like didn't anticipate this one. And like to what magnitude or price?
I think he meant July.
You know, we can never know. So,
July 16.
Hopefully that's clear for everybody. And if people ask questions in the chat and they say stuff like, Richard, how much GameStop do you have? Or what's your cost basis and all this stuff, different stuff, I'll just, hopefully that makes it clear for people why I don't feel like there's any value in sharing that information. It's just going to make it all about the money and trying to trade this thing successfully. And I'm not very good at that, so I don't want to share that with people. It's just like, do whatever you're going to do with this information, and I will simultaneously try to do whatever I'm going to do with the information. So what is the information of the day? Well, we just hit an incredible low. I think, where did we open at here? We opened at, I think in the pre-market, it hit as low as like almost back to the 200-day moving average. That's substantial. This is an enormous gap down. What's really important, I think the most important data points of the day is huge volume on XRT. This was redemption. So they were breaking apart units of XRT, which I think is really interesting. And we see lots of stocks going on Reg Show yesterday, but no interesting GameStop related stocks.
Oh, I didn't look at Reg Show yet today. I should totally do that then.
Bearish across all of Roaring Kitty's charts right now. RSI is very oversold, like on all levels. But we do see tons of buying come in. We haven't seen buying come in like this since the first share offering. So long reported volume approaching 70%. That's really good.
It is really good.
Like a lot of people bought the dip. People apparently didn't want to short it because we see available shares to short climbing again. That's a good indicator. And we're well below max pain. So to me, I don't know, could this signal a period now where we'll see a reversal on the stock? I think it's tied generally to what's going on with the overall market. Nice kitty there. I did want to mention just a few other things. So I've got all this research open. Sorry for all these tabs. I'm digging into things like the rules for options. This is stuff that comes out of people sharing with me. Someone mentioned, I misstated this, the options related fail to deliver settlement rule, I think is really interesting because it doesn't come up too often. While Reg Show for equities is 35 calendar days, options related fails to deliver is 20 calendar days. So that's something I haven't looked closely at. 20 calendar days is obnoxious because it's not divisible by 7, so it's not 4 weeks. It's actually like just shy of 3 weeks. So and then so that's kind of weird. And then a lot of people are basically looking at the timeline and they're saying, well, is this the crash? Did Roaring Kitty predict a crash?
I hate that so many people think that we haven't
amazing activity
passed the flag and the microphone.
I'm super hopeful for that.
And I hate the idea that it's supposed to mean the election.
Post right here. So I love what Mojo Master is doing here on the day-to-day. I was a little concerned because their last post got deleted, but then they posted a post yesterday, which was great. And they talk about basically the idea that, you know, the overall market is dumping. VIX went up to 65, which was wild, which is like one of the highest points it's been since the financial collapse of 2008. We're seeing the market begin to rally a bit today in the pre-market. Could it be like a dead cat bounce?
That is my prediction.
Will it continue to decline? We saw the Japanese market rally strongly. There's a reason that could have been, I want to say really quickly here. You know, a lot of people are talking about this carry trade, which is that with Japanese yen being so cheap to borrow, they were able to get a whole bunch of Japanese yen, convert it into US dollars, invest in US equities. With now the interest rates in Japan rising a bit, it was causing the yen to strengthen. So all of a sudden, the relative value of the USD versus the yen was shifting on them, and they were losing value super quickly. And so they wanted to convert their US dollars back into yen before they continued to lose money there on the exchange rate. So they liquidated their US assets, moved it all back into US dollars, then back into yen. Well, what would they do with all that yen at that point? Still pretty cheap to borrow over there, right? So probably throw it all at their market. So that could explain the big rise in the...
That is a really interesting take, and it really certainly does explain that.
Big sell-off. Why not pump them all into the equities, get a big rally, make a whole bunch of money back? But what's going to happen with US stocks as a result? You know, all those potential investors using all that Japanese yen are no longer present. How much support will this thing find? I don't know that there's a lot of reasons to be encouraged by the US markets right now. But people have pointed out some of the biggest rallies of all time happened during the financial crisis. So you'll see the biggest drawdowns in 2008 and the biggest rallies, because there's just lots of volatility, more options volume yesterday than ever in history. So we're just seeing incredible volatility on the overall markets. We saw GameStop get slammed down, like 14 or more % in the pre-market, but then rally strongly back out of it. And I think we're coming back to, how are we looking in the pre-market? Yeah, pre-market's looking good. So, you know, we've almost returned back to where we were at back here. So this is what, the 2nd? August 2nd?
Yeah, we were looking really good. So we got smacked down again. $20.53. It's like $1 underneath that.
GameStop's so momentum driven. So maybe we see some positive momentum now. Call options, YOLOing.
I thought we were gonna. We hit that 200 EMA. I thought we would have a lot more momentum right now.
Options activity for our weeklies for this week. I believe that's what they're saying here. Yeah, sparse, gamma going on here.
Although I did say, you know, we looked at it yesterday. We did say that today was supposed to be like a flat do nothing day and then push up again tomorrow if it matches what it did in the past.
We're not seeing direct shorting, but we saw a huge volume on XRT, and simultaneously it wasn't creation of XRT now, it's redemption. So they're breaking apart units of these ETFs, shorting the ETFs, and then I would agree, unpredictable volatility, true for the total market. And what happens with the total market and ETFs on the total market is then going to play strongly into GameStop. Forward looking, basically mentioning, you know, it's totally possible that Roaring Kitty saw this coming, lines up with his emoji timeline.
Sushi Cat has really good posts.
Squeeze happened during the drawdown in 2028 or 2008 2008 on October 28th specifically. So they're always mentioning at the end here, October 29th, 2024 is National Cat Day. I think International Cat Day is, I thought I had it on here.
The 8th, I think.
Yeah, International Cat Day is on Thursday. I don't know if that's relevant at all. But I love their post, very clear. And then last thing I wanted to mention here was two things. First one is, where do I have them? There were people complaining that Ryan Cohen's original letter to the board asked for a clear roadmap for shareholders, and I had said the same thing, because back here when I wrote my letter to the board, I cited him, and I specifically said something along the lines, here's my letter to the board, that you had said in your letter a roadmap would be great. I'd like to see a roadmap too, but I also understand the reason to not telegraph every move to competitors. So like OPSEC or operational security, very important for a business. And then in some retrospect, I later like retracted that a bit, because I thought to myself, you know what? His letter to the board, which is right here, is the roadmap. Like if you read through this thing, it outlines exactly what he wanted them to do and what they're doing. So he basically talks about identify underperforming stores and locations and forego the lease renewals. We've seen them doing that tremendously. Draw down, sell, or reduce underperforming segments of the business. So we see that, just like with Game Informer. Use the cash flows from the console cycle to finance future initiatives that are not risky, hopefully. I think we've seen that, and we're seeing that now. And then delight and retain gamers. And I called it powering up the GameStop brand, and take advantage of the explosion that should happen in gaming revenue in 2023 up to 200 billion. I'm not sure where it stands today. And then if you look at their 10Qs and 10Ks, there's just a lot more detail on all this front too. Could we have a stronger roadmap than this and what's contained in the guidelines? Because the company sets it up. I could just pull one up in one of these. I don't know. Let's look at. I didn't really intend to do this, but let's just go ahead and look at Q3. Look at the 10K for the years. This just came out in March, I believe. And it should be all in here. So they talk about the business, and then they talk about their game plan, which is right here, business strategy. So establish omnichannel retail excellence. Anyone that's supporting the company right now, you'll notice this. Like I order stuff constantly, way too much actually, on GameStop. It's super smooth now, incredibly smooth. I find an item, I add it to my cart. I use my GameStop Pros points and stuff. I sometimes have it delivered to the store. It's often coming straight from stores. Very quick shipping, faster than like anyone else I'm dealing with, actually. I think faster even than Amazon. Even when it's something like a Pokemon card coming from one shop somewhere in the United States directly to me, I'd say they're overpackaged. Like I hope that they actually from these stores that are delivering a lot of Pokemon cards actually come up with like a better packaging that's smaller and maybe very durable and cheap. And I don't know, there's actually, it's funny because there's actually like a STEM unit we do in our district related to this whole thing. So what's the ideal packaging to ship these things that's cheap, environmentally friendly, and not gigantic? So I don't know. So and
They make like a shredded paper that like is super good for packing. I wonder if they know about that.
And then leverage a brand equity.
It's not really shredded. It's like one piece, but
so yeah, like hopefully they can do those things, and they've got some other stuff here related to the business. So it's broad. It's not getting into the very, very specific things. Like, but should they have advertised a year ago that they were hoping to move into the PSA graded cards? I don't know. I don't know if that's a good strategy to air every detail, but giving enough, I think, is important. So last things to mention here. First one is Game Informer magazine being shut down. I would just say to people like, if you want segments of the business to do well, you have to support them. And for the longest time I had, become a subscriber to Game Informer magazine on there. I just took it off this morning because now it's shutting down. But I've been a Game Informer magazine subscriber, and I've been a GameStop Pro member subscriber since like 2021. If you want these things to be successful, you must support them. They have to make money at the end of the day. I'll just leave it there. This is a business. It's not a charity. And I think that there's a sentiment amongst the community that's completely unreasonable.
I agree.
Suggesting that GameStop somehow
losing their
needs to,
mind about it.
provide better compensation and benefits to their employees and needs to like do all this different stuff that at the bottom line doesn't make sense for a business, especially a business like GameStop, to do. And I think that like if your emotions and your values are driving you to think that the business needs to do certain things and like that a business can't do, and that affects your investment strategy in that business, I just have to caution people, like, this is real life. You know, if the company burns money paying wages that are out of sync with what they can really afford to do, or supporting initiatives or segments of their business that are bleeding money just for the sake because you like them and you like what they represent or something, it's just like, that's not real. Like, that's, a business can't survive doing that. So it's sad. I'm sad about it because I like their magazines. I think they're cool, but legacy print media, I could kind of tell. They decoupled it from the pros membership. I thought that wasn't a good sign because they're probably feeling out like, are people going to still be willing to sign up for this thing?
I didn't realize they decoupled it.
I'm guessing they didn't get enough signups.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I wish people would have signed up for it. 200,000 people DRS'd. Seems like if those people had signed up for the magazine, probably would have survived. And then they posted their goodbye message, and then but the business shut down the segment, so they shut down the account, as you would expect. I just feel like people get really emotional about this stuff and like attribute a whole bunch of stuff to it that's like, guys, this is a business. Like, there's no good way to terminate people. You terminate them, you let them go, you close off that part of the business, people say their goodbye, and then it goes away. And if they digitize those, all that media that was created, that'd be cool. They don't have to though. Like, it needs to be a money-making venture, and hopefully there's some money in it. So if you think that there's value there to be had by taking all that old content and digitizing it, cool. But maybe someone will take it on as a pet project as well or something like that. I don't know. So I just feel like, I'm disappointed, but just like with the NFT marketplace, you just roll on, see what's going to happen next. Trust that the business decision-making is best for the business, not for whatever other factors people might be taking into consideration. And then the last thing I want to mention is SSR. So people new to the story might be like, what is this all about?
SSR is garbage.
Cool, they can't short the stock anymore.
Can't believe that it doesn't work.
It means that if a stock or anything really goes down 10% or more in a trading day, till the end of that trading day and then the following day, you can only short into an uptick. So that means that like if the stock's like just going down, in theory, you can't keep shorting it. But we all know it could just like blip up a tiny little bit and then they could short it down again really far. So in practice, SSR has never really done too much for GameStop, but it certainly was probably somewhat helpful in letting us rally out of this deep low. And then we'll see what it does for today. With SSR turned on today, that means they're only going to be able to short it down off of an uptick.
Yeah, that doesn't look like what's happening.
So we'll see,
it does not seem to be the case.
How impactful that is, and we'll also see how impactful it is that the broader market probably is going to experience a bit of a rally, maybe. Although I have to say, the pre-market always seems to invert the regular market. So I'm always like looking at this and going, yeah, this is a fake out. This is probably some kind of fake out here.
Glad I'm not the only one that calls fake out all the time.
Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Tried to cover everything in that one. I hope you have a great day, and we'll see what happens next with GameStop.
Awesome. Thank you so much again, Richard Newton. If anybody wants to check him out, his name is Richard Newton on YouTube. Very knowledgeable guy. He puts out videos every single day. Very chill. I'm going to go ahead and leave him a comment here real quick. I'm gonna address what I said I was gonna address here, so just give me a second. Hi, Richard. Thank you again, as always, for your great in-depth videos. Really look forward to them every day. I've started streaming on YouTube on a different account. Not here to self-promote, but I've shown your videos on stream because I didn't think you'd care, and I like introducing people to you, and some people in my community really like you. So we enjoyed that recently. I wanted to check with you though and ask your permission that it's okay. Didn't think you would mind, but as a deep respect to you, I just want to ask. Apologize if it's in any way upsetting, and I will stop. Alright, cool. Thank you, Richard. You're great. Cool. There we go. Nice and addressed. I'm sure he'll get back to me, and then I'll have permanent permission. I won't have to feel bad about it in the future. Alright, what an awful day today is. I'm really not in love with today at all. AMC trading around $4.96. Just real bad. GME, $20.65. That is pretty much exactly where we ended yesterday. So we have undone all of our progress for today. Undone all of our progress for Amy. Not awesome. Siri's technically up since yesterday. Chewy's probably technically up since yesterday. That's about it. About all we can celebrate. Let's go double check on the SPY here really quick. SPY is pushing back up. Getting pretty close to those intraday highs. Currently at 525.84. It is looking pretty good, to be frank, and looking pretty nice. Things are now curling up. QQQ, same thing. I mean, they're all just basically following each other. It's not even worth looking through all four of them anymore. They just follow each other. Okay. Alright, well that is it. That's all I got.